by Chamakan and Dozie. Coming down with Chase. She keeps it in place, but the ball will fall for Ajibade. Free kick in favor of Nigeria.
Big one for the Super Falcons this evening. We are just into this second half of that game, and it's gradually winding down 1-0 in favor of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. This is the Paris 2024 Olympic Games qualifier return leg here in the city of Abuja, the MKO Abiola National Stadium. Right there, the Super Falcons of Nigeria doing so well to see they qualify for the last round of qualification series, where they will definitely be playing the Bayana of South Africa, who beat Tanzania in the first leg 3-0. On that note, I welcome you to the show Proper Sports Update. I am Emmanuel Fashionme. We also have Friday Joshua, who will be talking alongside with me on this program via Zoom. Let's bring Friday Joshua up to speed. If he is actually ready, he will be joining us via Zoom to tell us the happenings at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. What has so far so good for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Esther Okoronkwo getting that goal in the 15th minute of that encounter after beautiful play from Deborah Abiodun. Fantastic player from the middle of the park. She caught him right there, and she just had to put that ball on the plate for Esther Okoronkwo, who has been fantastic. Nigeria has missed a lot of chances in this game, and who would have been 1, 2, 3 goals up by now. If not that, we could convert our chances in this same thing happened in the first leg a week ago in Douala, where we missed a lot of chances, and we're still repeating, but so far so good. It's a good thing that we are 1 goal up. The number will be popped on your screen right now. You can call us on the show and quickly tell us about what you feel about the Super Falcons, how impressive have they been from the first half now to the second half, gradually winding down. That game started by 4 p.m. Nigerian time, and now we are into the last stages of the second half of that game. Still 1-0 in favor of Nigeria. The number is on the screen. Calling on the program, and let's feel your pulse and let's hear you. And probably, if Friday Joshua is ready, he will also be joining us on the show to talk about the Super Falcons game quickly. All right, let's while we're waiting for your call on the show, let's quickly look at this story. It's not really a good one for our power lifters. It's not a good one for this particular power lifter by name Tijani Latifa, who has been banned for 3 years for doping. It's a sad one. She did so well at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games in 2022. She has been fantastic, but after she was found wanting because of doping, she has been slammed for 3 years ban from all activities that concerns power lifting, and it's not telling well of a Nigerian Tijani Latifat, fantastic athlete who loves so much. You know, when it comes to para games, Nigerian athletes normally do so well out there. Even at the Paralympics, Nigeria is one of the countries to be reckoned with when it comes to Paralympics and para games on the continent of Africa. But for Tijani Latifa, 3 years ban has been slammed on her after she was found for doping, which is not a good one for our para lifters. You can call on the show. Call that number on the screen, and let's say Super Falcons is 1 goal up against the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon. Okay, we have Friday Joshua quickly. Friday Joshua, welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. Our Super Falcons 1-0 up, 15-minute goal from Esther Okoronkwo.
Yes, good evening, Emmanuel Fashimi. For us to go 1-0 up against the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon is actually a good one. The game is almost 70 minutes gone, and of course, I want to be sure that the Super Falcons of Nigeria have what happened in mind back in 2012. Where we were prevented from going to London 2012 by this same Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Don't forget, we've appeared in the Olympics 3 times. Sydney 2000, Athens 2004, where we finished got to the quarterfinal place, excuse me. And the last one was Beijing 2008. And for 16 years, we've not been able to get a ticket to the Olympics. So I think this is just about the right time. Looking fully well that if we cross this hurdle against Cameroon, we are most likely going to face South Africa, because they already won their game against Tanzania by 3-1 in the first leg.
Okay, now looking at the Super Falcons quickly, in the first leg, though the poor officiating cost us that game, we would have won that game also by a goal, probably or two, because we missed a lot of chances. The same thing is happening at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium as we speak. A lot of chances have come our way. We've not been able to convert it, but for Esther Okoronkwo's only goal in the 15 minutes has kept us in this game. And for the Cameroonian ladies, you know, their physicality, they're actually coming at us. And with the way it stands, do you think 70-something minutes right about now, do you think we can survive it and probably add a goal, or just hold on to this 1-0 lead?
Talking about survival, we can survive it if we concentrate and don't let any loose ball at the back line, because as it stands at the moment, 1-0 is not a win until the final whistle. Had it been we have 2 goals lead at the moment, we'll say, okay, there's some cushion to whatever shock that we may get before the end of the game. Now, for that 1-0 win, it means the back line has to protect that one goal at all costs, except we add another. And up front, what it means is that they should fight more to get another goal, because that one goal for Cameroon might just come at any time. And don't forget, if we play a draw, we just go straight to penalty shootout, and we may just see a repeat of what happened that prevented us from going to London 2012. It was a goalless, it was a stalemate over 2 legs, and they defeated us in penalty shootouts to pick that ticket to London 2012. So for me, the Super Falcons have that in mind. And also, I think the second journey of coach Randy Wardrum for the Super Falcons is not starting on a very good note for me. This were a free scoring side when it comes to facing their counterparts on the African continent. But since the first leg against Cameroon, although they are not pushovers, you cannot write Cameroon off African football. They've struggled to actually get maximum points. And now again here in Abuja, a fortress ground for me, I call it the abattoir for the Super Falcons and some other cadet team, not for the Super Eagles anyway, where they come to slaughter away teams. But you see, it has been they've been struggling all day, and you could see that they've missed a whole lot of chances, and they've just been able to convert just one out of the numerous chances they've had. So I think for Coach Randy Wardrum, should we go through this stage and to the final stage of the qualifiers for the Olympics, then we need to up our game. There should be synergy between all of the players, from the defense to the midfield to the attack, and also for the attackers, they need to concentrate more. Be more calm when you're in front of goal, because having those number of chances and not able to convert them is actually a problem.
Hello,
I can hear you.
Okay, we lost that caller right there. Hello.
Hey, hello, Fash, I'm here.
Okay, we lost that caller. Friday Joshua, now talking about this team converting chances. As it stands right now, who is to be blamed? Because I believe Randy Wardrum has done all his mathematics. During Justin Magdugu's interim reign, we saw this team scoring 4 goals against the Ethiopian ladies here. Now Randy Wardrum is back. Is it that they are scared of scoring goals, or I don't really know. Who is to be blamed, the players or Randy?
You see, players will be blamed for this one, because it is the same crop of players he was handling before that renewal of contract saga came in. And with Justin Madugu, they actually played beautiful football even without some of the big girls. And with Randy Wardrum back into the team, we all think that they will continue from where they start at the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. But unfortunately, that is not the case. I just hope at the end of the day, there's no division in the team, that in a situation whereby some players who want Justin Madugu to be the aim of affairs, and while some want Randy Wardrum. You know, when there's a division in the locker room, then there's going to be sabotage on the field of play. But I just pray that is not the situation, because this is, for me, a kind of a shadow of the Super Falcons that we used to know. But I think we should just concentrate on our games one game at a time. Now we are up against Cameroon. We have that 1-0 lead. We should just maintain it. In a few minutes from now, that match will be over. So we just need to keep our eyes on the game. But at the end of the day, if we fail to qualify, definitely, of course, whether it is the fault of the players or the coaches, the coach will just have to.
Hello, your name and where you are calling us from? Hello, your name, where you are calling us from, please. Hello. Please, can you take that again? Hello. Okay, while we wait for your call, the number is on the screen. You can reach us on the number. And the Super Falcons of Nigeria are 1-0 up against the Lionesses of Cameroon in the return leg of the Paris 2024 Olympic qualifiers here at the MKO Abiola National Stadium. Please, if you are calling on the show, move away from your TV set or you turn down the volume completely and speak up so that we can hear you. While Friday Joshua will get back to you, let's quickly look at this fantastic story where the African Games, the big guns are back in athletics right now. The likes of Toby Amuson and co, I say Brume, will be joining up with the other teams. Hello, your name and where you are calling us from, quickly, please. Hello. Okay, we lost that caller there. Amuson, Toby Amuson, for S.A. Brume, all of them will be joining up with other athletes who are in camp already for the African Games that is due to start on the 8th of March in Accra, Ghana, which is a big one for our athletics team, and then also S.A. Brume for the long jump, the likes of Ruth Usoro also will be there for the African Games. Fantastic one. We are going with a very strong team to the African Games that will be happening in Accra, Ghana. That is the 2023 African Games. All right, let's leave that story and go straight to Europe. Let's quickly look at the German Bundesliga over the weekend for Bayern Munich. They were able to bounce back from that back-to-back defeat, and they actually did a very good job against their opponents. 2 goals from Harry Kane in that particular game against the RB Leipzig. Fantastic one for Harry Kane. 2-1 against Leipzig. VfB Stuttgart played 1-1 with FC Cologne. Werder Bremen and Darmstadt played 1-1. Borussia Mönchengladbach 5. VfL Bochum 1848-2, and then Union Berlin and FC Hidem 1849 played a 2-2 draw. 1848, I beg your pardon, played a 2-2 draw in that game. And let's look at the table for Bayer Leverkusen. They are cruising and remaining at the top of the table. Quickly, let's see how things are for Bayer Leverkusen. Like I said, 61 points on the top of the table with 43 goal difference. Wow. Bayern Munich are second with 53 points, 37 goal difference. Stuttgart third with 47 points. Borussia Dortmund fourth with 41 points. Leipzig fifth, 40 points. Eintracht Frankfurt sixth with 34 points, and Hiddenheim 10th on the 28 with 28 points. That is on the 10th position. Let's look at the flip side. 18 teams played in the German Bundesliga. We have Augsburg 11th, Borussia Mönchengladbach 12th, and then we have Wolfsburg 13th, and we have Union Berlin 14th, and Darmstadt 48 on the 18th position with 13. Hello, your name and where you are calling us from? Hello. Okay, Henry, from where? Okay, we are having problem with that call. The signal is bad. Please, if you can reach us, just do well to reach us and react to the Super Falcons game. 1-0 against the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon. That game is gradually winding down in the second half of that game. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from? Okay, let's go straight to the French Ligue 1. We have games also over the weekend, the French Ligue 1. And for Enrique, he has come out to tell his players that they should start start living the life without Kylian Mbappe as it stands right now. because at the end of the season, Mbappe is likely to leave PSG. Lens 2, Monaco 3, Le Havre 1, Reims 2, Nice 0, and Clermont Foot 0. We have Toulouse 3-1 against Lille. We have Paris Saint-Germain and Rennes played at the Parc des Princes 1-1, and Marseille beat Montpellier 4-1. Let's look at the table of the French Ligue 1 quickly. We have PSG still staying at the top of the table with 54 points. Brest second with 43 points. Monaco third with 41 points. Nice is on the fourth position with 40 points. And Lille is on the fifth position with 38 points. Lens sixth with 36 points. And Rennes is on the seventh with 35 points. Reims is on the eighth with 34 points. Marseille 9, Lyon 10. A team that was occupying the bottom table of the French Ligue 1 is now 10th on the table. Let's look at the flip side of the table quickly while we go back to the Super Falcons game. Toulouse is on the 11th position with 26 points. Nantes of Moses Simon 12th with 25 points. Strasbourg 13 with 25 points. And we have Le Havre on the 14th position with 24 points. Montpellier is on the 15th position with 22 points. We have 18 teams standing in the French League on. All right, let's go back to Friday, Joshua, quickly, and just one or two about the Super Falcons. Now, Friday, Joshua, for the Super Falcons, do you think our dominance on the continent of Africa is gradually fading away, or what is it? Is that because teams right now are catching up with the Super Falcons?
You know, when you become too comfortable leading, you tend to lose focus, and before you know it, those who you think are not good enough to rub shoulders with you might just catch up with you and even go ahead of you. And that is the situation of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. In the last couple of years, we've seen South Africa rubbing shoulders with us, dragging points with us. We've seen Morocco also, and particularly for the Moroccan women's football team, whom they've actually had this program of taking Nigeria. We are just too comfortable being 9-time African champions that we fail to put certain things in place to extend that record. And as it stands at the moment, other African countries are actually catching up with us. If we don't do the needful within a very short while, the Super Falcons will just have that past glory of the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Past glory of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now, back to this game quickly. The Cameroonians thought this was 2012, and they came with physicality. In the first leg, they were physical with the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but at the end of the day, we actually controlled the game in the second half, missed a couple of chances. Asisat Oshoala was not really given that, was not a team player on the evening, and she was substituted. She got angry, and the big call came tonight, this evening in Abuja here. She was benched, though she has been introduced into the game in the second half. We had a couple of substitutions, demanding the first player to go out. And Ayinde is playing alongside Osinachi Ohale at the back line. And that is, don't you think, for around the world drum to be able to switch this team? We know Ayinde plays from the midfield, but now she is playing with Osinachi Ohale at the back line, where we still have Ashley Plumter at the left side of the field, Alozie at the right wing back.
Yes, I'm talking about yes, like you said, that was right. She was wasteful, selfish, and she couldn't yield any result from all of those moves. And I think what the coach has actually done is to give other players the opportunity to man that position. Now the question is not with Asisat Oshoala. You cannot remain the superstar forever. There's elasticity period, there's a diminishing return, and I think that is what we're beginning to see from Asisat Oshoala. Even in Barcelona, she doesn't get that playing time like she used to get, and that is the more reason why we are going to see her leave Barcelona Feminine by the end of the season to go take up the challenge elsewhere. So what it means is that for Coach Randy Waldrum, they should begin to, and the technical crew of the Super Falcons, they should begin to look inwards for a possible replacement for Asisat Oshoala. She is not getting any younger. She is not a midfielder. She is an attacker. You don't expect Asisat Oshoala, the way she was running and banging goals like 5 years ago, to continue in that stead in 2024. She's getting older. So the problem is with the age, and we need to start revamping a certain position where we have players who are actually getting to their diminishing returns.
Okay, Friday, Joshua, I think something is going on in that game right as we speak. Jersey number 14 for the Cameroonian ladies has been shown a red card for that bad play on our number one goalkeeper, African number one goalkeeper when it comes to women's football. That is Chiamaka Nnadozie. She was reckless right there. She went into that after Chiamaka Nnadozie came for that ball. And this is what we're talking about, the physicality of the Cameroonians. If you saw the men, they actually did the same thing to the Super Eagles, but at the end of the day, Jose Pizarro and the entire team used their head against them in the AFCON. Why is the Cameroonians so physical? Because physicality it's no longer welcoming. When it comes to the African continent, you see that football has changed. Why did they still remain their normal style of playing physical football?
The thing is, if you know your area of strength, then you utilize it. Then it's left for your opponents to be able to hypnotize you or just find a way to play around it. And I love what the Super Falcons of Nigeria has actually done. They have seen that these girls are actually they play what we call jambody football in Nigeria, and you know, when you find a way to make them commit, then they get carded for it. And I'm particularly happy that they are now one woman down. That will make them sit back. But in some cases, they may not just sit back. They may still come all out and play this game that, okay, all done. That we win, we lose. It is the same thing. We are one man down. We are one goal down. So let's come out and play this ball. And we just shock the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We should not be carried away by that red card and that 1-0 lead. The game is not over yet. Let's continue to be focused. And if we must play any tantrums, let it be to our favor, just like what we've gotten now, a red card. Now the aggression may just go up for the Cameroonian side, and that may cause them a whole lot. And we should not just focus on that. We should focus on playing the ball on the pitch.
Even as we speak, I think the game is actually at the ending part of it. 4 minutes at the time was in that game, and I believe that time is gradually winding down. And if not, the referee, any moment from now, will be sounding the final whistle of that game. But Friday, Joshua, quickly, before we go on the show, playing against the Banyana of South Africa, because as it stands right now, I believe the Super Falcons will see out this game comfortably. They will definitely get the win. I'm wary of the South African ladies. How can we really contain the firepower? Because Desiree Ellis, the South African coach, that woman has done a revamp, a turnaround in that team quickly before we go away from the studio.
You know, just like I said earlier, when you get too comfortable, others are building up to catch up with you and they may just surpass you. And South Africa is one thing we should be worried about. It is fortunately and unfortunately, when we qualify, we are still going to meet them. They won their first leg, 3-0. We played a goalless draw. Now you see goal scoring chances, your ability to convert your chances matters a lot. Don't forget, they came all the way from South Africa to Nigeria here, the Aisha Buhari Cup, and they won that trophy. And I think that was the beginning of the turnaround for the Banyana of South Africa against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And since then, they've not gone to sleep. It has been one step forward or the other, one step forward until where they are today. So we should be wary. We should do our homework. That last final round is the last round to get the ticket, and we must play with everything that we have, because they are not coming to joke with us.
Okay, Friday, Joshua, that is where we'll leave it. Thanks for coming on the show this evening. For the Super Falcons, congratulations to them. At least 1-0 against the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon. And right now, we should just be counting the numbers. Time as it goes down to the wire. We will be playing Banyana of South Africa in the last leg, as in the last qualification series of the Paris 2024 Olympics. That is it on Sports Update. I am Emmanuel Fashimian. Thanks to all of our callers on the show, despite they didn't get to us on the program.